Before, if you had one drop of black in you, you were just black. And this is the one drop rule, also known as the one black ancestor rule, also known as the traceable amount rule, also known as the hypodescent rule. This is basically a racial classification. And this is unique to Black Americans, and I would argue Canadians as well. Nowhere else in the world, as far as I'm aware of, has this sort of thinking when it comes to who is considered black. And I did talk about this a bit in my colorism video with South America and how there are different distinctions of what would be classified as black versus how we would do it in America and Canada. African citizens of mixed ethnicity, often descended from interracial couplings between native Black Africans and white settlers. Tyla is Indian, Mauritian, and Zulu, so she is mixed race. For her, at least in South Africa, she would say to justify further exploitation and subjugation of anyone considered not white. And for this specific case, any type of black blood mixed in you, sorry, you're not pure enough. To eugenics, where purity and ableist thinking reign supreme. We want the best human beings. We want the most sophisticated. We want the most, I don't know, y'all are weird. I just can't even think like that. Like, what does that even mean? And mixed race people when they are mixed with black and other things, mainly being that their race is mutable. Depending on how mixed your background is, people don't always know how to classify you. And we all remember the Rachel of it all.
Are you African American?
I don't understand the question.
This idea that so many mixed and biracial people that maybe are like a quarter black be braiding their follicles down in the most uncomfortable looking ways to like show that they are black.
One of the distinguishing features,
I'm just like, you could just stand in solidarity with black folks and like to hang around black people and other types of people. Long history of cultural appropriation and folks loving black culture for a time, and then when it was time to show up and stand up for black lives, y'all were like, bye. Some of y'all, you know who you are. It makes sense to me why. So that somewhere in Beyonce's ancestry, there are some light folks. There has to be. You don't get that complexion if there aren't. That just doesn't make sense, right? But Beyonce grew up in a time, and her mom did as well, where biracial meant black, where one drop meant black, and they were treated as black. So if you are going through that, you're treated an identity that gives you a certain amount of privilege in this world that you're not even aware of or that you don't acknowledge, and you can benefit from blackness and the coolness of that, but then you can dip out when shit gets too real. That's going to be irritating to me. I'm speaking for myself. I'm not speaking for other people. Though if you're mixed with an identity that gives you a certain amount of privilege in this world that you're not even aware of or that you don't acknowledge.
White America say I'm becoming a threat. Black America let her remind me what my mama looked like, as if I didn't fucking forget. I'm never enough. White America say I'm becoming a threat. Black America let her remind me what my mama looked like, as if I didn't fucking forget. I'm never enough.